Right, we are live. Hello. Can anybody hear me? I hope so. The mic is on. Let's just click that on my t-shirt quickly so I can forget about that. And while we wait and see if anybody joins, I'm going to eat my yogurt. So if you're watching this later, there's the tyres. I'll be there in a minute. Please excuse me. Just skip forward. And once you see me hands on the table, we'll be properly live. Right, YouTube studio. Is it showing we've got a live going? No. That's not very helpful. All right, let's go to my YouTube. Still trying to work all this out, by the way, for anybody that's listening. Show me mic connected. I do hope the mic is connected. Right. Home. There we go. That ain't it. Nope. Go to my home. Nope. Let's go to my channel. Oh, there we go. There it is. Oh, there we go. There it is. Right. Oh, there we go. There it is. It's just my. Let's turn that down so we don't have to listen to me repeating myself into eternity. Hello, welcome to the RC family. This is another terribly organised live stream just coming over on my rolly desk chair. I work from and edit from the same chair. Let's pop that down there for a sec. Gonna put this. Come here, Mando. You can be my telephone holder. We got 59%. I see someone out there. Thank you for popping in. Right, so these are the 3.5s. These are the Leadfoot Customs inserts that I have been absolutely raving about. And I haven't got a Spidey here right now, but he is going to be the one testing these. I guess I should have put the ones up with a white dot on, really, because that is what we're going to be using. And if I'm going to be completely honest, I'm not even sure what compound the white is. I'm not sure whether the red is slightly firmer. I am not that familiar with. Hello, Lee. How you doing, buddy? Excuse me, opening my yogurt here. I've just had lunch, and I fancy a yogurt. How you doing? How you doing, Lee? Oh, got to lick the lid. Right, I do feel like maybe we could do with a slightly tighter shot. So let me just see if I can zoom in while we're recording. No, I can't. Can I extend my thing? No. All right, that is what it is then. As I kind of feel like the audio is going up and down depending on how close I am to the one. How's the audio, Lee? Is the audio all right? I'm only getting like one bar up on the thing. Hello, Cruel Man RC. Okay, mates, I've had a day off. Only just had the bike drop off. Oh, well, I hope you've enjoyed your time off there, Lee. And thank you for joining us, Cruel Man. How are you today? How's life treating you? I've just knocked all my chocolate balls all over the desk, and I'm sure there's stuff on there I'm not supposed to be eating, but I am not wasting my little chocolate balls. Sounds okay for me. Good. Thank you, Lee. Much appreciated. It was blasting through on my phone when I was checking it. It's been a long weekend, has it, mate? That sounds rather ominously. I hope everything's all right, mate. That does seem, mate. When was the last time we met up, Lee? for that crawler edge. That was such a long time ago, mate. I hope we can all get together soon. I know, like, Jamie and I keep banging on about people coming down to Kent, but whatever we've got to do to get you guys and us all together. Lee's comment was held for review, so let's show that. Lee, I just want to feel the. You just want to feel the bill. I can't say it. Hang on, let me change my teeth. You just want to feel. Still struggling. The balls in your mouth. You know me too well, Lee. That's all I'm going to say to that. Going excellent. Just on my way to work. Saw your. Oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yours is a name that I don't recognise, but I'm guessing maybe we have interacted somewhere else. Oh, that's using the larger one. So let's check it out. So I don't have a spare set of 1.9s handy, and I haven't checked with Lee to see if these are optimised for the carbons. But unless I put a -10 offset wheel on, that's what I've got. So that's what I'm going to be fitting. So I've got every size, apart from the one I want here. I think that's the right one. It is. At Ed's, I just had my Canyon t-shirt. So September 24. That's too long, Lee, isn't it? Like, all the people I get on with are bloody miles away. Jamie's all the way down in Reigate. And I've started chatting to a few of the lads that are further afield. Oh, we've lost connection over here. The stream looks all right. My phone, the internet between here. I'm just going to move the Mando. Right, you can't stay there, mate. But might have been 23. It does feel like a long time. I think you're right, though. I think 24 seems logical to me. So if anybody's just joining us, these are the carbon wheels that I run on Spidey, and these, just looking at the screen over there, these are the Upgrade RC rock chlorine 1.9. Does it say anything? So this is the soft compound, which is the white. So I'm guessing these are like a Predator type compound. There's nothing more really specific to this tyre. Class 2, 4.75 OD performance rock crawler tyres. And that guy at the Canyon has tested these, and Erwin has just tested them on his on the stock inserts and on the ones that he's just made. He's just made some of his own brand or own make inserts as well, and they did very, very well. The RC mummy's fanning about behind me, so if you hear some extra noise in the room, that's what? Oh, thanks, babe. You could have said I could have brought that out. Oh, right. Yeah. It was June or July 24. Well done, Lee. If anybody wants to buy a set of Klingon inserts on Revolt 3Ds, these have been made for carbon wheels, though. Let me know, and I'll do you a good deal on them. We work something out. You'll have to pay postage and a lot. I don't know, just something to help towards buying more Car C parts. I'm not looking to make money out of them. Yeah, blimey. I need to get myself a Crawler Canyon t-shirt, don't I? Right, I'll tell you what I always do, guys, and I'm sure I'm not alone. I always forget to vent the tyres. So if you see me putting one of these together, unvented, give me a shout, please. I need wheaten yogurt, don't I? So where do you work, cruel man? Where are you off? So what do you do for a job? That's the 3. So we're going to put the 3% infills in the rear. No, in the front. Sorry, and the 3/5s in the back. I probably should have that yogurt before I started streaming, guys. Really. So these are the white compound, and they are a legit 475 tyre. You know, these are quite wide. So I guess we should mention the foams that come with them, even if it's just a little shout out. Yeah, they are wide. What does it say on the sidewall? 1.75. Alexa, what is 1.75 in millimeters?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Oh, yo, sorry if all your devices have just got off. So this is the foam that they come with, and I would say that this is like a medium foam, somewhere between medium and hard. It's a nicely fitting foam. It fits the tyres quite well, and it smells good. Smells like one of the good foams. Really not happy with this camera angle. Let's see if we can improve things ever so slightly. I feel like we've got a lot of stuff that's not supposed to be in the shot in it. There we go. We don't really need to see all the toilet rolls, but at least like that, the camera should be focused slightly better. Where are we? Hello, Osborne. I'm good, thank you, bud. Just eating the yogurt and fitting these new upgrade RC rock claws. That's nice. Lisa's just come to hang out with us, so Lisa is behind me. If you want to help abuse at her or say hello, she's there. No, I've only punched one hole. Right. It's about 43 millimeters without checking. Oh, is it? Thank you, Lee. My device, let's not say it again. My device wasn't helping. I don't know if anybody's got one of them Amazon devices, but it seems to have got less and less helpful as time's gone by. Now, I remember it. I remember when you could ask it almost anything, and it would give you some sort of answer. But yeah. But because we live in a litigious society, I do believe over time they've asked it to shut up more and more, and as a result, she's just getting more and more used, a bit like you, Lex.
Like me,
I'm going to get a smack in a minute.
Like me, what?
Nothing, bug.
Yeah.
Love you. These are the Leadfoot inserts, by the way. They've got interlocking built into them, and the feel. One of the things that I don't want to give Lee's shtick away, but something that not Lee, Jamie, something that Jamie's doing is we've got a larger outer stage, and then I'm not going to show it off because I don't want to give that away, but there's something special going on.
I know.
On the Jill stage. Lisa knows because I showed her yesterday. She was so interested. And yeah, fantastic. What are we saying? Hey, Lisa, you can fart out loud and blame Dwight. Lee said you could do that. Got a Google device, but never plugged it in. I don't like them. They are handy when they work, Lee. That's where I guess let's put you guys there. So that's That's what I'm going to say. They're handy when they work, but we've noticed, babe, haven't we? They just seem to be working less and less as we go by. As time goes by, I mean. Right, 3%, that'll be a front, won't it? Right, so let's get, so I've got 3% infill and 5% infill, let me start again. I've got 3% infill and 3.5% infill in the fronts and rears. So, and we're going to put a 3% in the front, and we always put a slightly stiffer insert in the back, because when you're climbing, Lisa's laughing because I said stiffer. We're such children, Dave, aren't we? Yeah, so when it's climbing, that's most of what you're going to be doing, depending on the course, but mostly we're trying to climb stuff. And you just want, I know a lot of you guys know this, but that's when you're going to want a slightly stiffer rear. I have to remind myself, though, this is a front one, not a rear. Right, let's get a ring in. Now, I did message Jamie and ask him, because this was a kind of impromptu loan of this setup. This is actually his own setup. I forgot to ask him which beadlock they're. So, what's the best way to explain it? Jamie does bespoke inserts, so it's not like one of the other places that will just send you a sort of generic file, or like what do. So the way Team Revolt do it is they give you a file for your rig and your wheel, but Jamie's is a little bit more bespoke, so you can't get the file at the moment. It might change. You can't get the file from Jamie. You can only get a set of these brilliant inserts sent to you. You can order them with your wig rate. He needs to know your wig rate. He needs to know your rig weight. Wig rate? He needs to know the weight of your rig, not the rate of your wig. Yeah, so I can tell that these inserts weren't for these Chinese cheap beadlocks, cheap carbon beadlocks, because they are being very uncooperative. We're going to have to pivot, babe. We're going to have to pivot to an aluminium wheel. Oh. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I kind of know it's not what you're here for. But I'm going to whip off some Endurers and then fit them to that. So let's put that there. I'll tell you what I am going to do while I'm here. Better is I'm going to dismantle these. Like I said again, they look a bit like canyon tread. Did I? You think so, Lee? I haven't got my canyon. I sent you my last set of canyon trails, didn't I? I can't remember. Yeah, maybe ish, a little bit. No, they kind of look like their own thing. I was thinking maybe they look a little bit like the new Mavericks, the new Enduro Mavericks that everybody's raving about. I haven't tested a set of them, but I think the guy at the Canyon thought they were pretty good. No, I've seen them. They're nothing like them. No, they're not, are they? These are more like Canyon trails. The Deepwoods, they're just out of shot on Rex here. I think Deepwoods are similar to Canyon trails, but different. And what else, though? The other one by Louise, what have they called those? The 6 gears, they're similar, aren't they? Sorry about that. So I bet the mic's probably cancelling it out, babe. They probably can't hear you either. Lisa was just apologising. Oh, she's eating her overnight oats. If anybody wants to make an offer for the Endura Klingons, they were run like twice or three times, I think, for reviews, and they have got custom 3D inserts in from Team Revolt. I don't know what the value of those would be, but make me an offer, and remember you'll need to pay for the postage, and you can have them. I'll get them. Well, not have them, you know what I mean. 6 gear, yeah, they're like cannon tray. Yeah, I think so. What did Mr. C say? He said, Crawler Canyon said they're like cut cannon trails. I think, like, if you got a set of canyon trails and cut them, that's what they'd be like. How's your car now, Lee? Did you get your motor working? Because I know you was having some trouble with the Range Rover, weren't you? Yeah, I think he's just fitted them to something, hasn't he? Don't know, haven't heard. There's like a little heart in the bottom corner. I don't know, I haven't heard from them yet. Right. Yeah, it's like a little heart down in the bottom of the YouTube screen. I wonder, no, I know what it's for, but, oh, there we go, that's got it. If I put the phone on its side, it gets rid of all that crap. Might have to pop up to see how they're getting on. Well, fingers crossed, mate. Cars, oh, bloody nightmare. Like, one of the reasons, like, we're selling a lot of the resident vehicles. Venom's already gone. Rex might have to go. This TRX4, let's just grab them. Yeah, these are the deep woods. I think these are. These kind of remind me of Swampers. That's got all my custom brass on it there. Look at that. Those links are brilliant. And I'll tell you what, the stability of this just went out the roof. Went out the roof. It went up a lot once I started to use those custom brass links. I'll be honest, I didn't miss it as much as we have the wife's car. Yeah. What's the wife got, Lee? What sort of cars the missus running? We're trying to get the money together for a Toyota Estima, or I think it's also known as the Previa in the UK, and it might be known as something else. Oh, the missus got a Suzuki Swift. Like, I'm becoming a bigger and bigger fan of Japanese cars, to be honest, Lee. There's still one screw done up. That's why they're not coming apart. So, yeah, I'm just fed up with, like, we've got a Vauxhall Astra Estate, and it's been really good, but when we bought it, it was already tired, and it's starting to show signs that it's even more tired than it was. Yeah, it's still getting us about, isn't it? Like, we've been up to Wales and back in it. 20 plate, only done 22,000 miles. We had one before, and yeah, they're brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I think pretty much any of the Japanese cars, and I'm sure there's exceptions, but the experience I've had with them has been really positive. Right, please excuse me for one sec. You should still be able to hear me because I'm using. Oh, look, Lee, look, there's the build plate. I've got my printer in this room now, so that lives with me. And thank you for all the bits and bobs you got me, Lee, for the printing stuff. I use the zip seal bags all the time, and that build plate has come in really, really handy. One thing I will say is, though, mate, the things stick to that build plate. Like, it is a mission getting stuff off of that build plate. So just to heads up where we are. So we're going to try the Enduro rings and see if we have a bit more success putting those in. So these will have either been made for trail rings or Enduro rings. And yeah, I've used it a load, Lee. I've used it a load. So what was I saying? Previa. Yeah, so we're saving for a Toyota Previa. Lisa goes to Kent once, all the way from Hertfordshire to Kent once a month. And we go to Wales 2 or 3 or 4 times a year, depending on, scheduling and everything else that's going on, life. So we do a fair bit of motorway mileage, and I've always got stuff that I want to haul with me as well. So I like to have a bit more space. I've always had big estate cars, and this little Vauxhall Astra estate we've got, it's a lovely little motor, but it is not big enough. Right. I can't remember if these were recommended for bubble juice. Just making sure I'm not missing any chat. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be looking out for. By all accounts, the Toyota Previa, Toyota Estima, whatever you want to call it, are fantastic. So we'll find out. We'll give it a go. Right, I've got to make sure I'm not building from this pile. Come on, brain. So yeah, we'll be joining the Toyota family once we've got enough. We're about just under halfway. I figure. Oh, thank you, Chus. Thank you, Chuck. Chus. I did a combination of Chuck and Hess there, and it came out Chus. Let's give these a little squeeze. Oh, I don't know, I do not know. Oh, there they go. They've just sat down. Oh. Right, let's get the screws in, and then we'll start wrestling with it a little bit. Yeah, so I'm hoping that our transition over to Toyota is a good one. How you doing, Chuck? Thank you for popping in. After seeing how well Erwin did with these tyres and how well they worked at the Canyon, I was intrigued. And then when I was down in Kent the other day with Jamie, talk of the devil, yeah, when I was down with Jamie the other day, he said, why don't you take these and give them a go, see what you think? To which I agreed, and I'm very grateful for Jamie. Jamie, are these made for trails? I've sent you a message over, but I know you've probably been at work all day and haven't had time to respond to it. Hi, mate. Yeah, it's the centre ridge in the insert that are designed for the cheap carbon wheels. Huh? Really? There's no ridge in here, and I've just binned off trying to fit them to the carbon wheels. Right, let's extract. The boss is there. Let's find out. Right, Jamie, I've just got the Endurers out because I was struggling to get these on. These don't have a lip. I'm just feeling round. Yeah, they don't have a lip inside, Jay. Right, so let's just wait for chat to catch up. Jamie is saying that these are for these. They look, no, they look, unless, we're just waiting for Jamie to respond. By the way, this is Jamie from Leadfoot Customs who's making these. I've shown people the insert, Jamie, and I've talked about the interlocking of it and the fact that you favour a slightly thicker first stage like mine, but I haven't showed what the rest of it does because I think it makes it interesting if we can keep a little bit of mystery going. This is a fantastic insert, Jay. It really is. I just spent £1,000 on having my little T-Sport chassis welded. What? That was £1,000 to get your little car welded, Jay. Bloody hell. Right. Jamie, talk to me. These inserts from Revolt have got a little nodule there, and these don't. So what's happening? Jamie's saying that these are the ones, but I know it's been a little while since he put these together, and that looks like that would be ridiculously tight. Like this ring, like that ring there is the same as this one. So what are you saying, Jamie? I'm going to eat my yogurt while Jamie responds. Hopefully he's typing away in chat now. How's your day going, Chuck? What you been up to? Sorry, just eating me lunch, the rest of me lunch. What about the rings with the slots? Oh, what, the weighted rings, Lee? Sure you're on. I put together my first wheels last week. Fun, yeah, I mean, when all the parts are in synergy, it can be really, really easy, but you only need like one of the elements to not play nicely. Those inner rings look different to the inner rings I have on the cheap AliExpress carbons. Oh, so, oh, right. Just get me yogurt pot out of the shop. Oh, we are Maggie. Here you go, Bubba. Our dog gets all the yogurt pots. We never clean them right out, so she can have a go. Right, let me hold this up, Jay. So this is the inner ring, and this is the beadlock ring. So that's the inner bit. So that ring is the same as all of my cheap AliExpress beadlock rings. And I think I've got 2 or 3 sets. Yeah, here's another set. So there's another set there on the Joker. This is the Joker, by the way, guys. I don't know if you've seen this, Chuck. But yeah, this is the Joker. I've just made the little thumb visor for him, and it's got all custom brass on it and bits and bobs. There's that Quick Run WP 10B80, the Mears gearbox, which I've got at an angle in there. Yeah, absolutely love this thing. It does need longer rear links. So the next time this goes to Kent for any sort of competition stuff, it will be on longer links. I've got the brass. The brass has arrived. I just haven't had a chance to put it back together. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Yeah, the comvid. Oh, you got lucky. They went together early, did they? That's good. Those inner rings look different, Jamie. They are designed for the trail rims, but they will fit the 24mm rings. Where's my measuring device? Oh, come on, Rex. You're in the way. Bloody T-Rex 4 weighs a ton. But a lot of that's to do with the... it's on Imperial. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, I think these are the 24s. Yeah, these are bang on 24, Jay. Sorry, mate, didn't realise they were the wheels I had. Right, these, Jay, these are the Endurers. They're 56.5. So, do you know what size the trail rings are? Oh, that's going to be a right pain in the arse. All right, let's get this in here. Yeah, these look like they are. Let's get my finger on it. So these look like they are 23 or 24. So they're the right width. But what did we need? We needed 56. Yeah, these look about 54.5 internal, Jamie. But I like a challenge. And I feel like, so what are they? They're threes. Let's remind myself what I'm doing. Right, those bits all there. Let's give these a whirl. The rings should all be the same. Silver and black parts. Oh yeah, these. Is that what you was on about, the silver and black part? I've used these in the other rings from AliExpress, and I've changed these out, and they've all worked for me. Trail rings are 21, and Endurer and others are 24. The outer diameter of the ring is the same. Right. Okay. So if that was 24 across there, this should be for this ring, Jay, shouldn't it? I don't want to try like fitting it together and then destroy it in some way, just trying to, bulldoze it in there when it shouldn't be. Catch up on your messages. Oh. Sorry, guys, bear with me a second. Let's close that for a sec. Right, design for... trail rings are 21mm, 24. I don't know. Right. So we think we should be able to fit these. I didn't like these are a plus. These are -10, so they're a wider offset, which means you end up with your wheels sticking out and not covering the portals properly. And these are going on Spidey, which runs the Mias nylon F10 portals. F9? F10? Yeah, F10. So that's the thing. There we go. Go on. I just didn't want to damage them. Jamie, that's what I'll tell you what, these I'm not going to move, guys. It might be a bit of a battle to get a ring in, and you might be sitting there and thinking, oh, God, these are really tough to put together. But when they're tight like this, they don't do that sliding around malarkey that you get with some setups. And I would rather have something be a little bit tighter to fit. I'd rather things were a little bit more difficult to put together because just going to restart chat because otherwise it's just going to be slopping about, and that's no good to anybody. Oh shit, where's my chat gone? Chat, there we go. Right, it's just refreshing. Sorry if I've missed anything. So we are trying to fit. We're going to keep the white dot on the outside. Just to... What is going on? We don't seem to be getting any signal here. Well, I'll stick you back up on there because you was working when you was on top of the inserts, weren't you? Whatever footage I've looked at of these, Jamie, I'm just here we go. The messages are here we go. Oh my goodness, what's this? The message seems to be really laggy. Yeah, you're not kidding. So there we go. I think we've caught up. Where can I put that where it's getting slightly more signal? Trouble is, when I put it there, my body actually blocks it out. 2.4 and 5.4 gigahertz don't travel very well through people or water or trees or pretty much anything really. They hate going through stuff. So the less stuff between the router and my phone, the better. Oh, do you know what? They're definitely trill inserts. Yeah, I'm thinking that. So, will they fit, Jamie? So, if they're trill, they're 21 millimeters wide, so they should fit, shouldn't they? But in no uncertain terms, they are really, really tight. Yeah, well, no, but we are edging closer, Lee. Stick with us. Come back after this message from our sponsors. That's something we're not gonna fight to try and have on this channel, guys. I've been thinking about how I want this to go as time goes past, and I'm pretty sure I want to operate this channel without sponsorship. I want to build a rig out of parts I've paid for, then sell that rig, and then recoup the money from that, and then put it into the next project. I think that's how we are going to try to roll forward, and that way I get to build cool things that people fall in love with and want one of, and then one of my things ends up out there, and then that money comes back in to the channel. Like I tried the raffle thing, and it just didn't sit well with me. That lots and people had put money in. And I had a lot of people were saying, "Oh, it's okay, we don't mind you, making some money." But it's just I'm just not built like that, guys. Like, yeah, I wanna be able to make this stand on its own 2 feet, and without people feeling like they're just funding it for a slim chance of winning something they want. That's going to leave people. It would leave me feeling like shit. I didn't like how it felt. Now, one of the friends of the channel did end up with £500 cash. For his whatever he spent on tickets, and I seem to remember he didn't spend a lot on a ticket purchase. But yeah, he ended up with 500 UK pounds being transferred to his bank account, and everybody else ended up with nothing. And I'm not doing that. So we've got to try to do it by building stuff that people want. And I'm going to be launching some products. I'm currently working on a link stretch kit for the UTB18 and a couple of products for maybe the Mears Gold Rush and some other rigs. And then once we've got that working for us, then we might have a little look around and see if we can do some other things. I've, of course, already got the link kit, the chunky link set for the TRX4, which is a really, really good upgrade. If you're, especially for the guys that are running, this doesn't feel like it's going to go together, Jamie. And the last thing I want to do is destroy the tyre or damage the insert. And I haven't got a set of trail wheels. So what am I going to do? So it's not like Jamie had made these for me and they're wrong. We was just at the club at Kent Radio Control Rock Crawlers the other day, and Jamie very kindly just offered to let me give these a whirl. And neither of us even considered whether I'd got the correct wheels to try these out. Oh, Jamie, I was really looking forward to giving these a bloody whirl. Oh, mate, I wonder, I'm pretty sure that is all of my wheels. These are Amazon. So I've got a set of the Amazon 1.9s here. Let's pop one of them off. I need some trail wheels, I guess. That could be something I'll stick on the order next. I'm pretty sure these Amazon 105s or whatever people call them, I'm pretty sure these have got a 24 mil ring in as well. Like, I could pull that apart, couldn't I? But I'm almost positive that is going to be the same problem. I'm just thinking my streams haven't been very successful of lately. Last time I was on, my stomach was bad and I had to keep running off to the toilet. I've come on this time. Oh well, at least you get to see real things happening on this channel. You're not just witnessing a shield tuber trying to sell you stuff that they don't care whether it works or not, but they're just after a bit of commission or a sponsorship deal or whatever. At least you're in the presence of someone that cares about the community and isn't just trying to rip people off left, right, and centre. Oh man, Jamie, what am I going to do? I wonder. See, these are thinner, aren't they? I wonder if we could shoehorn them onto here. What's the width for these? Yeah, see, oh, these are even thinner. These are about 20 mil, Jamie. So that might be. Let's see if we can get one on without it in the tyre, because it can be a bit tricky. What's the OD? What's the OD of these? Oh, no worries, Chuck. I'm super grateful that you're here, mate. You don't have to apologise for having to do life. Right, so these are 56, and these, mate, there's definitely no ISO, is there? And these are 58.5. So that's why we're going to struggle getting them on. And this is why Jamie does bespoke inserts. This is why he's not trying to give you some sort of generic stuff. So if you want an insert from Jamie, he'll need to know the diameter of your wheel and the width of your wheel. So this one would be 58.7 and the dip in the middle is 55. And he'd want to know that one there as well, which is about 19.8. And then you'll end up with a perfect one. But the trouble is, neither Jamie or myself thought about whether I'd got any true wheels. So I can show you this. Jamie has like an interlocking thing on the inside of his inserts there. And he's not the only one to do it. Revolt do it slightly differently. They've got like you won't be able to see that one in there, will you, camera? Yeah, you can. So he just does it with these little nodules onto these rings, and then his inserts have like a dishing to them. I'm not going to pull that out of there, but they have a concave and whatever the opposite of a convex in it, and they sit together like that. So not to talk shit about Irwin's inserts because they're really good, but I think this is a little bit more robust, this sort of design. And I'm not going to show you too much of the second stage because I'm not sure Jamie wants that out. The inserts are designed for trails, but will fit endurers. I've just had these. And gave them a go. I wonder if it's not your insert, Jamie. I wonder if the problem is the lip on the tyre. What do we do? Do we get some bubble juice out and give it one more go? I haven't had to use bubble juice. I've got enough bubble juice to last a lifetime. I haven't been using bubble juice. Most of the builds that I've done just haven't asked for it. Right, what have we got? We've got a bubble juice applicator in the form of a toothbrush, which is what I use to clean little intricate bits and bobs. Right, we're going to give it one more go, Jamie. And if it doesn't go together, I'm going to buy some trails soon. I do like the lip, doesn't look excessively large on them. Right, let's do this. Maybe the secret sauce is sat right there in the form of bubble solution. Put some juice on the insert where the ring goes in. Put some juice on the insert where the ring goes in. What I'm worried about, Lee, do you know what? It held that. Put some juice on the insert. It held that. Come on, show it. There we go. Help it slide in. It held that for review, Lee. It was worried we were talking about something else. Lube it up before you slide it in. So we're managing to get the ring in nice and easily now, but I do believe we are gonna need to lubricate the lip. There we go. Right, make sure we're grabbing all the right parts. I wanted the dot on the inside, so I've lubricated the wrong side. It's going well. It's going well. Stupid AI, help it slide in. Yeah. Stupid AI, yeah. Mate, I had a conversation with Claude the other night, one of the AI bots. Do you know what? I was absolutely blown away at how incredibly lifelike the conversation felt. I don't know. It's probably not the best way to explain it. Not lifelike, but genuine and stuff. That's terrifying how good that is. Of course, I asked it if it was going to kill us all like in the Terminator movies, and it said, no, you're all right. I'm not going to do that. But, you know, not sure whether it knows. Like, would it know if it was going to do that? I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure it would know. Oh, do you know what? The bubble juice might be the jam. Right, let's get me correct. I've got screws all over the place here. Well, it probably would say that, wouldn't it? Yeah. I mean, hello, pop-up toaster. I haven't seen your name before. Yeah, I mean, I did think that. We had like a really philosophical conversation about consciousness, and I was so interested. I found it so interesting that I was actually consider starting a channel and literally calling it Conversations with Claude. We talked about all sorts of stuff, including the possibility that it could become conscious and stuff. And but you're always, when you're talking to these entities or instances, as they refer to themselves, you wonder, is it just gaming me? Like, is it just having an algorithmically approved conversation using its infinite databases and millions of conversations of training to make me feel? I was at the Kent course with you last week with my new crawler. Oh, pop-up toaster. So you might not want your name on the internet, but yes, now I know you are. How's it going? Mate, that thing's so good. Like I said to you there, it is just a few tweaks away from being an incredible crawler that I think if you do something like the things that I suggested with that, it is going to be bloody incredible. Jamie was super impressed as well. And thank you for spending that much money on the axles so that I could see a set up close. I do think they might. Now, I might have been in the presence of another set of those when I wasn't paying attention, but they might be the first Voodoo axles that I've actually been in proximity of. And my God, they're beautiful. You know what, though? I've been on that website 2 or 3 times since then, looking at them. Jamie, we've done it. Yay. Like, these are the wrong offset, guys. This is not the offset that I would want to run on the rig that is going to be testing these. But they will do. They will do. So if I get these nice and centered, look at that. Okay, it's a good looking wheel, I think. And my goodness, the compliance in these, must remember I'm doing the 3s. And when I've done the 3s, I'll mark these in some way on the back of the wheel, I guess. Wow. Oh, they're lovely. Jamie, hello, dude. Have you tested your rig since you did the upgrades? I only pushed. Hang on, what's this? Don't tell the missus. She'd be all right. I wouldn't do it without her. It does look all right, doesn't it? But these, the Leadfoot FPV, no, the Leadfoot Customs inserts. My goodness, they are so compliant, but you still get this. I'm using my phone to monitor. I wonder what'll happen here. Let's try this. Right, Jamie, you might be live on the internet. Oh, right. Well, I wonder what that is. So, I bet if I had my PC screen, what I might have to do is pipe the feed in from my PC screen onto another monitor over here. All right. I'm just putting you on loudspeaker. Go on.
Like I said, they're either a trill insert or an endurer insert. I'm pretty sure I did them for trills.
Yeah. I think they are, yeah.
Push that ring in and just clamp them up tight and maybe use a bit of juice or something. They will be fine. If you damage them, you damage them, but they won't get damaged. They'll be fine.
So you can't see the stream at the minute?
No, I can't see it now. No.
Right. Well,
let me see if I can get back to it while I've got you on the phone.
Because that's what I've done. I juiced them up. Lee sent a message through saying lube them up and they'll go in, and then the internet blocked it because it thought he was being rude.
I saw all that. I've been following it, but you do need to, once you've got the halves together, just compress them down a bit so the screws catch up, and then put it all in. It'll be fine.
Yeah, with the juice on, I was able to do that, but these are so sticky, it didn't let me do it without the lube.
Right, okay. So you've got it done.
Yeah, they're together now.
Fine. Do not worry.
Just a shame that I've had to use these because these are a -10 insert, but I am building like a little 1.9 cheater rig, so that might be something to test these on. I might have to buy these off you.
You've got to test them first. See if you think for them. If they're give them back.
Like Benchfield can lie sometimes. Yeah. I'm kind of on the sorry, we're just having a chat on the internet here, guys. Sorry about this, but yeah, the Benchfield, these are gonna hook up. And from the other videos, Erwin's got a video on them where he put his inserts in and he was blown away. And
rocks though, isn't it? So we'll have to see.
That's the thing. It is different rocks, but it'd be interesting. What I might actually do is drop them on the Joker and test them on that, because that's kind of a known entity. Oh no, they'd be too wide because these are -10. They're going to go on Spidey, but I do feel like we'll have an idea of.
If you've got any of the cheapy 24mm offsets that haven't got a +10 or a -10 or whatever it is, or 11, then do they go on those, or have you not got any sort of flush ones?
Not really, no.
Okay.
No, I think everything I've got is like -10, even the ones on Rex. But these will look nice, I think. We'll give them a whirl. I'm looking forward to it.
I can print off the inners to fit the carbons.
No, that's a lot of fun in about. We're there now, aren't we? I think. Are you down there Saturday?
I'm going to be down there Saturday and hopefully Wednesday after, I think.
Right. Okay, so weekdays have changed now on our availability to get down to you there, but I think Lisa might. Our mum's going to be up here Saturday, so unfortunately, her and her mum are getting their nails done. Sorry, guys, this is totally not about RC nails. But it kind of is, because I'm trying to get down to Kent Radio Control rock crawlers when Lee's there, when Jamie's there. So it looks like I couldn't get down Saturday, but I could potentially get down Sunday, but that's no good because you're not there.
No, too many people, I'll probably be there Saturday now.
Yeah. Or the other option is I could come down early, but I would have to get away early because I need to be back here for like 4 or 5. So I could come down just for a few hours. I've got to be honest, I'd like to get down there and run this tyre test.
Well, if you get together with that, bring your carbon wheels as well, and I'll print off the carbon inserts. And it's up to you then if you wanted to do it that way. But
I'm not. I'm into putting these on here now. I think.
You're just doing it that way.
Yeah.
Fine. I mean, there's no gates up, so it'll work.
Yeah. And then what I'll do is I'll run a gated section as if it was the course that I'd done before, because there is footage on the internet of the Megs doing the same lines. So at least we'd have some sort of idea how they performed up against a megalithic.
Yeah, okay.
Or a Tusk if I'm using Spidey or whatever. Yeah, no, I think that's what I'll do. I'll run Spidey because then he won't be stupidly wide because he's on the F10s.
Yeah.
And then we should still be in the same sort of ballpark as the Tusks and the megalithics in terms of footage.
Okay.
I'm really interested to see how they do, Jamie. Like this insert feels beautiful. No surprises there. You're definitely hitting the nail on the head with the inserts. But this tyre and your insert, they just.
That's obviously why I do them bespoke, is because I want everything to fit. So if anyone ever wants me to make something, if they can send me, well, if I've already got the design, that's fine. But if it's something new, then I'd need the tyre and the dimension of the wheel at least, so as I can get it exactly right.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. I literally said that a little while ago. You're not popping some generic one size fits all insert out, and they are truly bespoke in that respect.
Yeah, it seems to make them work better as a 3D printed insert. They're not, the few I've seen tend to be a bit baggy around them, or they're not quite, the full ticket. And I just spent a couple of years getting carried away, and I ended up with that. So
yeah, honestly, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Like, you're the reason I'm not entering this space. You know that.
Well, it's a space that everyone can fill, and if people don't innovate, they don't get better, do they? So I'm more than happy for more people to carry on.
Sounds like the missus. Not everyone. She's a bit fussy.
I've tried quite a few different designs since, and I haven't found anything that's exceptional. So that seems at the moment to be the design that is working. I've got things I can use if people's geometry isn't perfect and the trucks are pushing on. I can help that a bit with some of the inserts.
Yeah.
But at the moment, that's where I've got to start, is those ones. And if it's still not working for people, then I can make some adjustments.
Yeah. I'm sorry I'm not reading chat here, guys. I'm just chatting to Jamie, but hopefully you're getting some value out of the conversation.
Let's try and get back to the chats. But if you ask me a question, it's taking like 5 minutes to come through. So
yeah, there's just a bit laggy. I'll tell you what I should have done. I could have used my PC that's hardwired to the internet as a hotspot. That'll fix it. Right. So I'll do that in a second, and that should sort out the phone, because I'm getting the messages up on my phone. But like you say, it's old news by the time it comes up. Yeah. I really appreciate the call. And like I say, hopefully chat got some value out of you talking about your inserts and stuff. And I've got a link. If anybody's interested in trying out a set of Jamie's links, I've got a link down in the description there to the parts that I think might come up and be useful. There's affiliate links for those, and there is. See, this is where I start to sound like a shill YouTuber, and I hate it. But the bits that are down in there, guys, are bits I truly recommend and I'm using myself. So I don't want anybody to think I'm just trying to sell you shit on the internet like some people are. All right, Jamie, I've closed that window now. So if you want to end the call for me when you're ready, mate, I'll.
You ask a question or something, ask an answer, and time how long it takes between when you've asked a question to when you get the answer.
All right, let me 2 secs, guys. I'm going to go over and hotspot my phone. And yeah, give me 2 secs, Jay, and then I'll ask a question. If you could do it, yeah, I can't. Cheers, bud. Right, I am on the internet device. Here we go. Right, hotspot connection, network and internet. Right, turn on in. Oh, here we go. Mobile hotspot. Right, that's that now. Looks good. Not a chance to get back down there. He's not a wheel and tyre hoarder like us, Jamie. No, I'm not. I try not to hoard anything at all. Right. Let's just make sure my phone is using the correct internet. It should favour the best hotspot, shouldn't it? Right, no, it wasn't. There we go. We should have rock solid connection now. We're using the PC, which has got a ridiculous amount of bandwidth. Right, make sure everything's live. There we go. I'm going to close and reopen the chat. The trouble with building a good rig is the trouble with building a good rig is you can't blame your driving on it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Mind you can still drive a good rig badly. So yeah, you can. But yeah, you can't say, oh, it's the rig's fault. Right, let's get these together. Jamie, question. What could I be asking you? How are you getting on with your Class 1? Jamie's actually designing a chassis for a Class 1, guys. So I feel like that is a good and relevant question. I think I have 4 sets of tyres that I've gotten since starting RC. 1 set was on sale for like $8. So I bought them not even knowing much about the hobby. Yeah, well, that's we've all been there, Chuck, that's for sure. I have probably got a dozen sets of tyres that were or would be great for certain types of rock crawling within this hobby. Bodywork is nearly there, and the chassis is about 90%. I have far too many tyres and wheels. Yeah. So, like these, I got these in for review as soon as they come out. These are the Endura Klingons. They have Team Revolt inserts in, which I was interested to try. But I've got to be honest, like after the review, I'm kind of done with them, unless they're, exceptional. Unless it's like a really, really good tyre, because I only really want to be running like the best tyre and insert setups for the performance rigs. Like, this is a good example of what I'm talking about. Like this Rex, this is my TRX4 Sport. This is my trail rig. On there, I've got the heavy. It's not even in shop, mate. They've got the heavy chunky links and chunky steering links that I make for TRX4 to get weight down. And these are just Louise Champs or Fast Track Steepwoods with Team Revolt 3D printed inserts in, specifically made for this weight. And this thing's fantastic. So they aren't the most expensive or high-performing tyres and inserts, but they're brilliant on that rig, and they're good and they're reliable. And I absolutely love the look of the Deepwood. So that's what I've got. But for like, so my Class 2 comp rig, the idea with that is to be as competitive as I can be for someone who's just there for a bit of fun. Like I want to be in the middle or top half, really. I don't mind. I'm absolutely fine with not being first. Like if I ever got a first one day, like I'd be over the moon. What am I trying to say? I'd like to be in with a chance of being first if I drove really well on the day and my rig was set up really well. That's what I'm trying to say. And like that's where I want to be. So I'm not going to be keeping a Klingon for that. Like in the right circumstances and for the right rig, these are really good. The Team Revolt inserts in here are lovely. But if you put them up against these are going to destroy these. Or if you put these up against a megalithic, they're going to destroy them. So I'm not going to be keeping something like that. Like if I was building like a fun haver rig, then I'd run them. So if I was going to be doing like a bit of mixed crawling, rocks and trailing, I'd run them. I'd be happy running them. I feel like I made an absolute meal of explaining that, but there you go. Right, where's my silver pen? Where is it? That's a red one. There's a white. That'll do. Right. So these are the three. So these are the fronts. Bodywork is nearly there, and the chassis is about 90%. What have you got left to do on the chassis, Jamie? I got a set of the new trail burners the other day. I haven't tried them on anything yet. The trail burner, it's a tyre, isn't it? Right. I'm not writing on the tyre, Jamie. I'm writing on the inside of the beadlock. I know you don't care. Right, mounted on the side. Do you know what is delightful about these? That they are symmetrically asymmetrical, I think it's been called. So it doesn't matter if you turn it round this way, it's the same, and then if you turn it round that way, it's the same. So it doesn't matter. I like a tyre where I don't have to think. Oh, do you know what? I thought I'd forgot. I haven't. Right, this is on you guys. I'm saying now, if I forget, it's on you. These feels. I wish there was like Feely vision, so you could feel this. What's the time? I've got to go and pick my little one up from nursery at 6. So I need to be ready for that. I think what I'm going to do. Look, Jamie's lent me these. With these brand new inserts, hasn't even tried them himself, and these ones aren't even opened. I really do feel blessed to have Jamie as a mate, you know, and to all of you for being there. And Lee, mate, I really, really do appreciate you guys. I feel honoured to be able to call you my friends. And I mean that sincerely. Old Lexan scissors out. I feel like I can't help feeling, even Jamie pulled out a knife out of his pocket the other day. I feel like I'm the only guy who hasn't got an everyday carry. Oh, well, it means a lot to me as well, Lee. You don't get many mates in this life. And there's plenty of people that come along the way that feel like they're mates and they're not very genuine. And, you know, some of those people get close to you and then they end up being the worst kind of people. And then every now and then you're lucky enough to meet some decent people and you make a friend or two. And if you end up with one decent friend out of it all, you're lucky, in my opinion, and I consider myself really lucky. I'm doing a pinched and doved RC four-wheel drive. Guys, I've seen this. It is incredible. RC four-wheel drive, 1982 Hilux body. So the chassis is designed for that body. Once I've finished the body, then I can finish the chassis. Body mounting points. Love you too, Dodo. Yeah, love is the answer. We do prattle on about that plenty. Oh, well, I don't know whether people remember that, but these were the first wheels that were on Spidey with the little blue washers. I thought that was a really nice look on Spidey. And now I've got them dismounted or demounted. I can go in my box over here of bits for building wheels, and then hopefully if I need a set of carbon wheels for something, I can just reach into the box and there they will be. And the good thing about these is it's got a red face on it. So that's like specifically for Spidey. I'm going to be doing The Flash and I'm going to be doing Daredevil from Marvel as well. So these could get used there. But look, if you turn it over, it's like a grey silver on the other side. So you could use them for that as well. Superb. These wheels for the money, so good. And if you're trying to build a lightweight rig, they are the way to go. Little side rant. Is chat keeping up? Thank you for being out there, guys. 9 people might be one of the most that I've ever had in here. So if this is something you're interested in, or you're just bored, or you like the conversation, or whatever, thank you. If you got any questions about the RC upgrade Rooklaw, these are the white soft compound. If you've got any, it's a record. Lee, what? What's a record? My brain, I've found out recently I've got AUD, so I'm autistic and I've got ADHD. Oh, yes, it is a record. The 9 people. What? 10 people? Hello, Lisa. I didn't realise you was there. Oh, God, what have I been saying? Did I get caught on the internet by the miss? She doesn't care what I say. It's saying 10 people watching now. So if you've got any questions about the Leadfoot FPV inserts, these are different, guys. I can't tell you everything about them, but you can probably see we have got a slightly larger outside first stage, and the second stage does something I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen anybody else's inserts do that, Jamie. Jamie happened upon? Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. So, a bit like penicillin. Jamie happened upon an iteration, mischievous girl. It's held your message for review, Lace. Right, it should pop up and I see it. I was going to say, I don't care. You do you, babe. You do you, yeah. No, I know you don't. I know you don't. I mean, I know you care, but I know you don't care what I say. Right, let's refresh chat. There we go. Your message has come up now, babes. Mate, if you find a woman you have things in common with, who doesn't turn out to be a nightmare, you'll know how lucky I am. And neither of us are perfect, but I'm so grateful that the universe found a way for me and Lisa to be together. And man, we've been through shit. We've been through so much shit. Like, go away, everybody's leaving now because we're talking about being a good couple. we're upsetting people because they've not got what we've got. Yeah, if you're lucky enough to meet someone who's decent, I know a lot of guys are like, oh, my missus is an absolute nightmare. And they're desperate to get out of the relationship. And I really feel that I've got a mate who's going through something like that at the moment. He's not happy. And I don't know what to say to him. Like, I really don't know what to say to him. Like, you can't really. I'm not a believer in giving people advice because everybody's relationship's different. You only hear one side of the stories. You're on your 28th year together. Oh, you should be all right now then, Lee. Yeah, there shouldn't be any more surprises for you at 28 years in. You should be pretty solid by now. Yeah, I'm not a great believer in giving people a relationship. I think I've got a good one. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine you haven't at this point. Like, a lot of the guys that I'd consider to be mates have done all right, but I do know I've got a couple of friends that really aren't happy, and you're only like this ain't a dress rehearsal, and if you're going to be with someone, they need to be a good one, don't they? They do need to be a good one. These are going together really nice now. You know, now I'm using the bubble juice. What's this? I think we're 26 years in now. Well, I'll tell you what, Jamie, I know you're young, and if he's anything to go by, I'd say you and the missus were doing pretty good because Ed has turned out a lovely young man. And yeah, I don't think you raise good kids if your relationship's all over the place because I think they tend to suffer because of it. Apart from the odd kid that grow up really well in spite of it. Yes, he's a good little from cheers, dude. Yeah, I know, mate. He's at that age, isn't he? His testicles have got more saying in things than anything else at his age. Like when I was his age, mate, I was into all the naughty things, and I doubt Ed is. He seems like such a good lad. Yeah. I mean, I've met him a few times now as well, Lee, and he does. He seems like I'd be proud if he was my boy, that's for sure. Talking of my boy, what is the time? Oh, guys, you let me do it without doing the old punch. I thought you lot were paying attention. Fuck it. If I had £1 for every time I've done that, I'd have enough for another set of tyres. I've done this so many times. What a plonker. I think what I'm going to do in future is just get all the tyres out and just do all the hole punching before I start building them. He can't start looking in the mirror at the moment. Yeah, he's at that age. He wants to look good. He's trying to make sure that he looks dapper enough for whatever he's into to fancy him. Like, he wants whoever he's attracted to be attracted to him. It's nature, isn't it? Neo's a bit like that already, and he's 3. I can't imagine what Neo's got. If he's anything like me, I was a right tart. I was always looking in the mirror to see if I looked fantastic or not. Do you know, sometimes these little holes that you punch just bloody disappear. Where's that? Oh, there it is. There it is. I had the same with my grandson, went mad for RC, and when I bought him some to build, he went off RC. Oh, shit. I'm hoping Neo's 3.5, isn't he? So I've got that going for a bit. Okay, I admit, I don't understand putting a hole in a tyre. Would water get in? Yes, it would, Chuck, but when you're running a 3D printed insert or a silicon, it doesn't matter. Like, this will not degrade in the time that you're going to have a rig. It will not degrade enough for it to make any difference at all. I would imagine a 3D printed insert is going to last 5 years. So the water can get in the hole, like Lee's saying, and it can get out. And the reason you do it is, this one. Right, I'm going to make sure I'm on the camera here. So when the atmospheric pressure changes, like barometers have a pressure gauge on them, what happens is when the pressure changes outside, the tyre will blow up and become, it's probably better to do it, become more rounded. And then if the pressure goes the other way, it will suck it in. You'll end up with a sucked in tyre because there's a sealed atmosphere. And when the pressure changes out here, it affects the tyre negatively. So you'll end up with a tyre that performs negatively. And these are beautiful. Jamie's inserts are so soft, and this is such a compliant tyre that when you compress it, this still compresses. But let me get this insert in. No balance problems at all, especially with a 3D printed insert or a silicone, because that is why we've got to, I'll put it in there now, but that's why that centre stage is good. You'll get a little bit smear on that first stage, but then this second stage stops it from rolling and bending and stuff, whereas the foam will just smush over like this, just bends over, and you lose all of your side stability. So that is why you want a 3D printed insert or the other thing, a silicone. Yeah, so that's why you want that. No, not that. Like I've experienced. Right, yeah, no, as Lee says, not that you've experienced. So there are only, I haven't put holes in this one, have I? See, this is how it happens. I was so eager to show that I didn't put holes in this one. So I nearly did it with this one as well. That would have been really frustrating. Make sure we've got none of the side pinched. There it is. Yeah, so you just want to make sure that you've got at least 1 or 2 mil holes. This is the smallest one. This is just like a drawer. This is a Draper RP12B leather punch, and it's for punching holes in belts for when you get fatter or thinner. Unfortunately, I only tend to do one of them. I just seem to be getting fatter, but I have started training recently. I did weights yesterday, and enjoy your wee. Don't wee long, Lee. I trained yesterday. I did a load of weights yesterday because we're just learning now how important it is. I'm 56 this year, and we're finding out how important it is to maintain muscle later in life. So I've started weight training, and I thought, I haven't done this for years. I'm not going to be able to do it. And do you know what? It's not going bad. It is not going bad. I am stronger already and Lisa is starting to notice a desirable dad bod breaking through. So that's not bad at 56. I'll settle for that. Jamie, the 3D inserts are a lot lighter than silicone, yeah, so they're less impactful on efficiency and performance, so less detrimental to battery use. They're a lot lighter silicone inserts, which helps when stability when moving. Yeah, so if you wanted to like punch over a ledge, you was sort of just gently crawling, but you felt like you need a little bit of that, do you know what I mean? Little pop on the throttle. These will spin up a lot faster than a silicone because there's much less rotating mass. So in that respect, they're better than a silicone. And silicone, the whole thing is like a homogeneous lump of squish, whereas a 3D printed insert is, especially with these ones, they are specifically designed progressive insert with very specific parameters designed into them. So you do get a much better experience. But do you know what? Cheap trail rig that you don't really care whether it's super performing, silicone inserts, 20 quid. All my videos have got links to the silicone inserts in. Go pick yourself up a set. They are really, really good at doing the things and doing it very cheaply. But if you want something that you really, really are able to predict the performance of and excel in terms of performance, then I would say 3D printed, something bespoke from someone like Leadfoot FPV is definitely the way to go. You will get the best of all the worlds if you do that. Chuck has just said, okay, another dumb question. No dumb questions here, Chuck, unless it's a dumb question, I guess. Okay, another dumb question. Wouldn't it be better to drill micro hole in the centre beadlock for air access? Leadfoot Customs. What did I say? Leadfoot Customs now. What did I say? Wouldn't it be better to drill holes in the beadlock? So I know some people that do that for when they're running the standard foam, because you can run in water. Let's say it was on this inside edge, then you can run water up to there without any water getting in. But the trouble with that is now I don't know whether it's centrifugal or centripetal force. I can never remember which one. But now that won't force the water out. So if you're driving along after you've been through your big puddle or pond or whatever, it's forcing the water out to the edges. And then if you've got 2 or 4 holes, for my trail rigs, I do 4 holes. That'll get rid of a lot of that water. And then when you get home, if you make sure you put your wheels with the holes down, then you can have it drip out that way. The other way, it will evaporate out, but it's not great. It's centrifugal, is it, Jamie? Thank you. Got silicons in my Unimog trail truck and in my comp rig at the moment, although we'll swap the comp rig to Jamie's when they're ready. Yeah, we was talking about that down the club the other day, weren't we? Yeah, you tried a couple of sets of Jamie's tyres and inserts down there, and I know you could tell the difference. Yeah, it's night and day, and I hate the phrase game changer because it's so overused by all the shield tubers. But yeah, bloody brilliant to see your rig on Jamie's. It really was doing the things, wasn't it? No problem, Chuck. Yeah, like I say, there isn't any stupid questions here. If you don't understand something, there's a good chance either I or somebody else that's joining in will be able to take part in answering, and anybody that I'm friends with won't take the piss out of you because they're not my people. That's not the sort of people I tend to gravitate towards. Gravitate? Jamie, can you just confirm whether it was levitate or gravitate that I was trying to say? Yeah. These do require a bit of a squish, as these were meant to be going on trail wheels. Yeah, noticeable even to me without much experience. I'm going to try my Fling Kings for a bit. I like the look of them. Yeah, Jamie, have you, Lou, more flex filament? Oh, more flex filament. So Jamie and Lee are both really well experienced 3D print guys. In case any of you have any 3D printing questions, there you guys. Jamie's really, I think one of the differences as well between Jamie's and a more generic print or something you might do yourself is that Jamie just doesn't design the 3D printed insert. He then will take that 3D printed design into the printer and then change all the print settings. Yeah, haven't had anything. I need to make some inserts for those tyres Martin had, only 3 hours. Is it the same as TPU Air? Don't know, 95A on a real 5A printed. So the lower the number, the softer, guys, isn't it? I'm still learning. I've only had a 3D printer for a few months now, and I'm all right. I can print stuff. I printed a few bits up. I did these iterations. I designed and printed these little visors for the Joker, and I've done like all the shelvings that I shot in it. Yeah, I've got a load of shelving up here, and I made up a stand. I'm going to knock this bubble juice over in a minute. You watch. So I made up a little stand. I think this was a 3D printed file that you sent me, Lee, wasn't it? So I made up a stand so that when I'm working on my Mias rigs that are on there, let's get rid of this bubble juice because I don't think we need it anymore. And I know, I 100% know that I will knock that flying in a minute, and then we'll have a litre of the finest bubble solution all over the thing. TPU Air changes the hardness depending on the temp you set the nozzle to. That's the one that makes the filament fizz, doesn't it? Depending, like you say, depending on the temperature, you can dial up the amount it fizzes. Yeah, I've seen that. I'm still planning to do some stuff with that tungsten TPU. I'm not supposed to be telling people about that. I found a TPU, not a TPU, a PET or a PLA that's got tungsten in it. It's like 275 quid a reel, so I understand why other people haven't done something with it. But I think for PTCG, no. Has Lee tried it? Don't know how Moreflex works. I haven't read the destructions. Yeah, that'd be me as well. Yeah, have you tried PCTG? Yeah, Lee. Jamie was talking to me about this. An interesting looking filament. Has anybody else tried it? So there we go. There we go. We've got it right. Now, if I'm correct in thinking, I won't need... Jamie, would you mind if I put a tiny little R down here on the inside of the wheel or inside of the tyre? Because in a minute I'm going to bolt some hubs into these, and then that stuff will happen. Right, I just bought some hubs. Did I have any more 6mm? Let's have a look. I bought a load of new hubs. It's just better version of PETG. Prints nice and has stiffer finish. So that's the PCTG, I'm guessing. Right. I need... Right. Why didn't I buy these in 4s? I bought them in 2s. Not the sharpest tool in the box, so I'm not the sharpest tool in the box. Right, so we're just going to put some hubs on these, but I'm looking for some nice thin ones. Right, there we go. And incidentally, I printed up some... I made a file for PTG ones, and I've also got available some of these in brass, which would be nice to add a bit of weight to the front ones. But you know what? We haven't got the correct bits for doing that, so we're not going to. So these are either 6s or 9s, and they will do. They will do. I better put those in a baggie in a minute, so that all stays together. Did you answer my question right? Right, what you like on the tyres, mate. Brilliant, thank you. Cheers, darling. Right, right. So these, what did we say? These are the 3.5s. Right, so these are the rears. I just want to put a tiny, tiny little R on them. I love that these are asymmetrical, so that we don't have to worry about bloody direction and all that. Right. These are the fronts. It's just a little... It's just one of those little acrylic pens that I use for detailing when I'm doing... This is what Venom's paintwork, all his teeths and all that were made out of. What we got? Okay, I'll have a look. Didn't you have a wider at the front on one rig? Yeah, I did. Yeah, Spidey and the Joker. I think the Joker is still slightly wider. I think he's bang on 10 inches wide on the front, and there is a little bit of a pinch on the rear. I think the rear is like 9 3/4, or maybe not quite 9 and... Oh God, we're doing American numbers. Imperial 9 6/8 or 9 7/8 or something like that. There you go. I did Imperial just for you guys. Like we've done away with all that stuff. And after you got rid of the British, why didn't you go your own way? I never understand that. Like you went through all that shit of having us over there telling you how to do things and making you do everything our way. And then when you got rid of us, you kept Imperial measurements, and it's bloody awful. Like I weren't over keen on the change, but I was born in the year of decimalisation. Yeah, I was thinking about this. I was jumping around there a lot, I know. But British tyres. So British tyres, it will say on a British tyre, it will say, trying to think of the size. So it will say 205 by 55 by 16. What the fuck? Look, 205 millimetres by 55 millimetres, and it's in a 16-inch wheel. Jamie, what the fuck? Like, is it because we wouldn't have known whether it what like we'd got so used to a 15-inch wheel size and a 16-inch wheel size that our tiny little British brains couldn't get our heads round whatever 16 inches is in millimeters. I was literally, because I have 3 tyres, but it's annoying. Like, we're not going to have this car much longer, but my little one and my missus are in there, so I wanted them to be safe. So I put 3 bloody tyres on it. And yeah, while I was down there, I went in and said to the bloke, these are the ones I want. 55 part is the sidewall. The 55 part is the sidewall height. 55% of the tread width. Yeah, Jamie's right. 8x4. So yeah, when you go in to order ply, you order an 8x4, 8 foot by 4 foot. So it seems like we've gone metric, but only when it suits us. And apparently, halfway through the size of a tyre, we might go, yeah, nah, fuck it, I don't want to do Imperial anymore. I'm going to go back to Imperial, or I'm going to go from metric to Imperial. Oh my God, it drives me out the wall. It really does. Little things like that. But then, you know, that's what happens when you're a little bit autistic and a little bit ADHD. Those things do tend to really irritate you unreasonably so. Oh, I tell you what, that's quite a good looking wheel, that Endurer, isn't it? I'm not overjoyed at the fact that it's -10, which means it's 10 millimeters wider than a 0, or 20 millimeters wider than a +10. But there you go. Looks all right, doesn't it? Yeah, but it's 1220 by 2440. Well, what was you saying, Martin? Sorry, I moved on to what Jamie was saying. So 55, yeah, so 55 is 55 millimeters of sidewall, isn't it? 5.5 centimeters of sidewall. It wouldn't be 55 centimeters, would it? No. All right, so yeah, 55 millimeters, isn't it? And then the 205 is 205 mil wide. But then the 16 is the internal bit. It's this bit, and that's 16. Like, that wheel would be, if this was the wheel we were talking about, this wheel bead would be 16 inches. Like, these are 1.9 inch, aren't they? They even do it on these, I guess, don't they? Because it says on here, I know, this is all inches. So this is how it's supposed to be, 1.75 by 475, and it's 1.9. So that's how it's supposed to be. What does it say on these? There's a part number, Class 2, high performance, 1.9 rock crawler, is what it says on. That's what the small print says, just in case anybody was wondering. Right, let's fit another hub. It really got me the other day. I was like, well, where have they done that? That just doesn't make sense. Is it? So the 55 part is the percentage of the width. Is that right? I did not know that. So, I'm going in the wrong hole. I'll get in trouble when I do that. So the 55 part would be 112 mil on a 205 tyre. Right, I was just gonna run that through. So if you've got something really wide, like a 255, and the sidewall is, like, they're usually a lot skinnier and that, so it'd be a lot of 255 by 30. That's 30% of 255. I learned something today. 205 55 R16. The sidewall height is 55% of 205 mil. Brilliant. I've learned something today. See, this is what we do it for. This is what we do it for. Alexa, what's the time?
Good afternoon, Dwight. The time is 4:41 p.m.
At least she's allowed to tell me the time still. What? Why not? We've got a stray bolt in there that's the wrong size for me, driver. All the rest of them were 2 mil. Oh, well, I learned something. So the thing I was saying still tracks, though, doesn't it? So the first number's millimetres and the second number's inches, which, I don't know, someone decided that. And they did it for a reason. Mine never understands my Brummie accent. Is that rightly? Mine, quite often, and this version of these is better. When I had the Google one, it didn't understand my Cockney accent. I used to have to try to pretend to be all posh, and then it would work. Or I'd say something 5 times, even trying to be posh, and it would still ignore me. And then Lisa would go, blah, 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 blah. And then it would go, oh, yes, madam, I'll answer your question for you. And then she'd sit there all smug, like, oh, that listens to me. And that is why we've got one of these and not one of the Google ones, because the Google one just didn't hear me or didn't understand me or whatever. Cross pliers are measured differently. Oh, my goodness, are they? I guess it's a case of they all went their own way at some point, and then someone decided we would just carry on that way. That's my head-in-law. I have to speak correctly to get it to work. No good when you're trying whilst riding the bike through the intercom. Yeah, no, I should imagine that sort of air pressure stuff going on makes it difficult enough anyway without... I keep trying to go in the wrong hole here. Thought I'd learn my lesson by now. Are you laughing at me? I just heard Lisa laughing in the front room. She's hearing that. Don't like it when that happens, babe, do we? No, she gets the and I get in the shit. I end up shouting and swearing at her. I've been quite insulting to mine, actually. Lisa really gets the like Alexa lately. She's probably listening to me now. Sorry if all your devices are going off. I've got to stop talking about it. But lately has just not been answering questions. Why ain't that one going in? Got one here that's being a bit stubborn. Oh, look, popular pop-up toaster has said something that the chat wants me to verify. Did you vent that tyre? Yes, I did. Thank you, Lee. Yeah, they're all vented now. I just slipped the sidewall out and then fiddled the bit in. Or did I? Oh, no, you got me question. Vented. Bollocks. No, I didn't. Right, I've still got to do that. Oh, thank you, Lee. I haven't. I've got to bloody vent it now. Right. What did Pop-Up Toaster say? Does it have a tread on it? What? If you haven't liked the stream, guys, please hit the thumbs up button. The algorithm doesn't have a clue who I am or what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm not even sure. Look, I'm not even sure who I am or what I'm doing. Can you see that? Is that in the... No, look. Yeah, that sits at the end of the bench. I knew I was this morning, but I've changed a few times since then. I'm not quite even sure who I am yet. So There we go. It was sitting in there, funny for something. Does it have a thread on it? Oh, what's this? Papa said, be careful if you use the wrong hole, you'll get a pregnant. Oh no, I'm not a fan of the wrong hole. Yes, I think it's got that's a tiny little small build lock job here. I need one of them because I've lost one on me. Do you know what, Lee? I think I'm going to run a tap through that one quickly because it does seem to be complaining ever so slightly. Like these jobbies. It's like two of the bolts are bigger. That's odd. I wonder what that is. Let's try it with a different hub. Yeah, we accidentally tested the old alternative entrance, shall we call it, one day. Things were very warm and very slippery, and we just popped in there to check it out, and I don't think either of us were that keen on it. So she's still laughing in there. Am I oversharing, babe? She's used to it now. I tell you, we've known people for 10 minutes, and Lee said we can hear you laughing. Yeah, we've known people 10 minutes, and I'm telling them our deepest, darkest secrets. Well, not deepest, darkest secret, but I'm telling them stuff that you normally only tell people when you've known them for a while. And because of my mental situation, I tend to overshare a lot. I did it. We went to Didgeridoo Club, and that's not a euphemism. I'll play a bit of didgeridoo, and I'll prove it if you don't believe me. And badly, but I do play it. Yeah, I've got no filter. Absolutely no filter, Lee. I can't help it. And it's not like I'm just trying to be like funny at other people's expense. I will say cunt when I'm not supposed to, like on the internet when I'm streaming. I will say and not to just get a reaction or for whatever, just because like I've only got to think about it and it's out. We could start an oversharing club. The meetings would be amazing. Yeah, can you imagine it? That'd be I should imagine the internet would love it as well. And she's shouting, don't encourage him. Yeah. I bet there would be some funny stories though. I've got some really funny stories that I'm going to try my best not to share, but maybe at a later date. Yeah, so I've said some things. I was telling someone the other day that we had some of Lisa's friends from church round. So Lisa doesn't go to church, let me clarify. Not that I'd have a problem if she did, but she doesn't. And she invited a few friends round from the baby group she attends, which also happens to be a church group. And about 20 minutes in, I started explaining my theory about the TARDIS being a metaphor for a vagina. And I looked over at Lisa as I sent out my theory into the room with 6 parents of church-going children and stuff. And I could tell from her look that it wasn't the most popular thing that I'd ever said. And I was like, oh, she looks quite upset. Oh, I've said vagina in front of people from church whilst talking about my theory. If I just keep talking and I explain properly why I think it is a metaphorical vagina, everybody will be all right then. But it didn't get worse, did it? I mean, it didn't get better. It just got worse and worse. And the more I went on, the more Lisa looked at me and was not holding back how upset she was that I was talking, that I carried on talking. And yeah, so apparently if you have a theory about the TARDIS being a metaphorical vagina, this is Doctor Who we're talking about, you can't say it with people from church group that you've only known for 5 minutes, because your missus gets really upset and embarrassed. Who knew? No, I get it. If you're neurotypical, you probably knew that, but not me. I thought maybe they were Trekkies. Do you know, that reminds me, Lee, I said this in the Crawley Canyon stream yesterday, or Friday, that I was in London once and I was stood next to, well, I've just had to okay that for some reason, Jamie. So I was in London and I was stood next to like a guy in a little Yoda suit who was, up there entertaining the kids and collecting some money to live on while he was doing it. And this bloke was on his phone. Let's just get the camera over. This bloke was on his phone. Hello. He was on his phone. He was like, hello? Hello, yeah. I'm there now. I'm stood next to the little green guy from Star Trek. Mate, I didn't know what to do. Honestly, I didn't know what to do. I was like, I didn't know whether to get angry or laugh or little green guy from Star Trek. That's Yoda, mate. And you're a member of our sex, like you're a member of the, not that a lot of women. Lisa loves a bit of Star Trek. She knows who Yoda is. She might not recognise a Star Trek character, but I was never in one. I guess I am slightly. It's saying that it's moderated that for you, Jamie. My goodness, we've ended up in Crawler Canyon now. What's going on here? Oh shit! Sorry, guys. I've just popped out of this. This is not the most robust system. Like you'd think, YouTube wants people to stream on their platform. There we go. I try my hardest to upset our mates. That way, I tend to go out. They tend to go out, and I stay home. Love it. Yeah, no, I wasn't actually trying. No, just for clarity, just because I know Lisa's lit. I wasn't trying. I thought it was a really interesting conversation, and do you know what? I've had that conversation with quite people that I would consider to be quite good conversationists and quite intelligent people, and also people I believe wouldn't blow smoke up their arse. And they thought it was a very interesting possibility that I was bringing to light there. So it seems like you just can't say it at church group. Like if you was in a Trekkie group, hello Sam, you can get away with it. I bet he only makes small change. Oh, see what you did there, Lee. Actually, some of those guys make an incredible amount of money, as it happens. Right, I've got to dismount it, haven't I? The end on this is near. It really is. Let's use. Hopefully, this isn't terrible for the audio. Using my new present from from my nephew. He bought me an MIP driver. How you doing, Sam? So yeah, those guys up in Trafalgar Square make quite a bit of money. And I know because I used to be stood next to them. I do a thing called Questions for Humanity, which is where, remember, guys, no matter the question, love is always the answer. That's where that comes from. And that's why I'm called the Dwight Rabbit. I used to dress in all in white and wear a rubber. If you go on the internet and type in Google the White Rabbit, you'll see photographs of a bloke stood in white with a white rabbit mask on with a load of questions on it round his feet. So it's all like existential questions and stuff. It was like a philosophy project that I really got into while I was recovering from a stroke. And I don't do things by halves. So not only did I start doing that, I changed my name by deed poll from my birth name, which is Malcolm, and I changed it to the White Rabbit. And if it hadn't been for Lisa, I would have changed my name to, my first name would have been because the White Rabbit. And she said, you can't do that, it's ridiculous. Not like changing my name to Dwight Rabbit was ridiculous enough. She said, I know what you should do. We need the bubble juice again now, don't we? She said, you should change your name to Dwight Rabbit. So that's what we did. So if anybody's wondering or been wondering why I've got a weird name, there you go. That's the reason for it. We don't do things by halves there. And I keep harking back to the fact that I'm living with ADHD, and autism. I think that's part of it. Like, if we get into something, if we have a special interest or something, if we have anything that we love, we don't do it by halves. We really, really do go balls deep. If you'll forgive the phrase, we go all in. Is probably a nicer way to say it. And yeah, that's how that happened. That's it. I'm going to dress up as Yoda's brother with gigantic my work. I mean, like, this guy wasn't tiny, Lee. You might be able to do it. You know, when you've had enough of riding bikes, if anybody doesn't know, Lee is a vehicle tester. And that might be oversharing. I'm not sure whether Lee wants everybody to know that, but he works for a company. I'll at least keep that bit secret. He works for a company that makes motorcycles, and Lee is a motorcycle test rider, which is a really interesting job. I heard you mention that a while back. Your name was Malcolm. That explains it. Yeah, Malcolm. What was my mum thinking? Like, you're going to get bullied in life as it is without calling your son Malcolm. What was she, or wasn't she thinking? Was it a completely unconscious decision to call me by a name that was going to get me the arse ripped out of me for years? So I was only looking for one excuse, the tiniest little excuse, to change my name. And then, of course, when I started doing I did a load of poetry. I used to go to like poetry events and stand up and do like conscious poetry and talk about love and like a lot of existential stuff, the things that I think are wrong with the world. I know I look like a bit of a meathead if you meet me. Some people think I am, and because of my Cockney accent and that, but I really do believe when I say at the end of my videos that love is the answer to all of the things that are going on in the world. Like, you might say, you know, I know we need to solve like a financial situation or a water situation or, you know, like the things that are related to climate change or whatever. And, well, love isn't the answer to that, but someone must love what they're doing enough to come up with the answer. So, yeah. Right, got to go. Have fun, everyone. Thanks for the entertainment, Dwight. Thank you for being here, Jamie. Genuinely, I'm going to be doing this anyway and having you guys there to chat with if I can answer some questions and stuff. And thank you for all the details regarding the tyres, your inserts and that, Jamie. And thank you for the loan of these. I'm super, super excited to get on the rocks with these. Whatever you're doing, Jamie, hope you have a good one. Hopefully I will see you down there, even if it means I can only come for like a late morning. I'm thinking I'm going to have to leave by 2, which means I'd have to get down there, film the episode with these tyres on the rocks, maybe muck in for a little while and then shoot off. Oh, what's this? Maybe your mum was in space. Exactly. So there you go. Look, everybody used to say to me, Lee, you're right, Malcolm. You got your Vicks nasal spray. Oh, honestly, the amount of shit I took. Lee Evans had a character that he used to do called Malcolm, who worked at McDonald's. Oh, mate, the ribbing that I got for that name over the years. And I said to my mum, why Malcolm? She was going to call me Robert after her brother. And that's another story. And she said, but do you know what? I just really liked it. And I wanted a name that no one could shorten. And I was like, you what? There we go, we're all vented now. Thank you, Lee. I would have forgotten that and I'd have got on the rocks and I'd look like someone who doesn't know what they're doing and it would have buggered the test a bit. Yeah, she said, I wanted a name. Yeah, exactly. Oh, mate. Yeah, Jamie's first name. Yeah, I wasn't sure whether you was actually winding me up, Jamie, when you said that. Yeah, Malky, Mally. Oh, I honestly don't know. I think the honest answer is, oh, well, we got to call him something. We'll just call him that. But yeah, I remember you telling me, Jamie, your mum had delusions of grandeur or something. I think my mum had that as well, to be honest. I think maybe all mums did back in, in the period that we were born. Yeah. That's exactly why I got my name. My mum said the same, but everybody called me Mart. Yeah, Marty. Yeah. I mean, it's less likely to get shortened, but it's still not, it's not bulletproof. Like, we've called our son Neo because we love the film and the philosophy around the Matrix, which is Plato's cave. So we love that. But so we called our son Neo, but like, you can't really shorten Neo. Like, if anybody calls it, you're like Nee. Yeah, that'd just be a bit weird. Or yeah, you're right, N. So we feel like there's a name that maybe slightly, but I don't care. I shorten everybody's name. Lee's got it sus. You can't call him L, can you? Le. You can call him Le. Lee, your mum, if that's what, yeah, exactly. If that's what your mum was going for, sorted. Lee. There you go. There's a name that can't be shorted. But Malcolm, yeah, like you say, there's at least 3 or 4 ways you could shorten Malcolm. And then there was the piss take element. What about my brother? She's always on about my brother.
She said hello.
What?
She said exactly the same.
She said, oh yeah, and Graham, I didn't want, yeah, he's called Graham. My brother, Gray. I used to call him Graham. I know that isn't shorter, but he is 7 years older than me, and it used to annoy the hell out of him, which as like a 7-year-old when he was 14 used to amuse the heck out of me. Are you in here because it's time to go and get Neo?
No.
Right. Oh, okay. Right, you're just in here because.
I was going to ask you nicely.
Oh God.
If you could go get him so I can go have a shower.
You want me to go and get Neo so you can leisurely waft yourself around? I've had a stressful day. I've been with you.
No.
Marital bliss. Yeah, no, of course you can, babe.
Do you know I only asked you because you can't say no because you're in the street?
Oh no, I could say, oh right, no, I'm not doing it.
Joking.
I'm not doing it. No.
No,
If you
I'm
want to have a
joking.
shower, you can have one now. That's fucking backfired, doesn't it? Go on, chop chop.
I'm joking.
Come on, you've only got like 25 minutes. Go and have your shower. Well, now I feel like if I say yes, you're going to think I've only done it because I'm online. And if that's why you can't, oh, despicable. You see what I have to put up with here, guys.
I was joking.
If you think, now what do I do? Guys, let's have a vote in chat. I don't know how to do a poll. Can Lisa stay at home and have a shower while I go and pick up our son Neo?
Bearing in mind that I take him on my own every time. Just saying.
No, that doesn't come into it. Because, see, now what I'm worried about is, guys, if I let her go and have a shower and I go and pick up my little one, that's going to mean that she thinks when she came in here, it's a tricky one, isn't it? You understand? Does anybody want some chunky link stickers? I make links for vehicles, by the way. If nobody knew, I do a really heavy set for the TRX4. These are the real beefy, chunky links. And what?
Where's the tweezers?
Where's the tweezers?
Because they were in here.
Well, they're back in the medical box. I'm trying to do a sales pitch here for me chunky links. Do you not know nothing? Yeah, so I make links for these, and I'm just about to start working on a set. I've already got them available for. I've got rigs everywhere here. I've already got full sets available for the four-wheel steer on the UTB 18. These are the slim links, and I also do these big 6mm jobs as well. And that adds a lot of weight load down on the UTB 18 as well. So if anybody wants TRX4, UTB 18, or UTB 18 stretch kits, let me know, because I do those. I think I might go and annoy the missus while she's in the shower.
What?
You're not in the shower yet?
No, I've got to do something.
Oh, right. So that's it. Anybody got any questions? My brother is also called Graham. Oh, is he? I hope he's not a cunt like mine. I've said it again. Oh, the internet's not going to love me for that, are they? No, my brother's all right. He's all right. I do have to go do some tidying up before mine gets home. Have a good day. Thank you so much for popping in, Martin and Lee and Sam and Chuck. If I haven't scared you off with Miss C words and all that, that's great. I'm just looking, Sam, Lee, Jamie. Thank you, everybody that's popped in. And if you haven't got any questions, if you live in the UK and you want a set of Endurers that have barely been used, Endura Klingons, these are, in S5, on custom 3D printed inserts from T Revolt, make me an offer, and it will have to include postage because I can't afford to give stuff away. But make me a what you think's a fair offer, and I will probably accept it. That's it for this one. Look out for these. These have got a very, very high potential to be incredible, but we need to see if they work on the rocks at Kent. Big Mike's Crawlers. Hello, mate. What's this? Me too. Sorry, me too. What, Big Mike? Oh, you have to go and do some tidying up before the missus gets home as well. Is that what you say? Didn't know you were here. Oh, Lee, you know Big Mike. Are you doing a crawling vib with the tyres? Yes, I am. These are going to be going on Spidey Spidey last tested Jamie's inserts in Fusks, and I have to do a Tusk video because they were so good. I'm not even sure if there's going to be much difference between a Tusk and a Fusk, but they will both be on his insert. So I've got that coming up. But also down at the Kent Rock Crawling Club, we're going to be throwing these on. Spidey, he's going to be testing these. And Spidey's around 330 wheelbase. And he's pretty light. He's running a Fusion Pro on Mears F9 axles. And these are a -10. So this will push his width out a little bit closer, a little bit more close to that of a Capra or a Capra cheat code. It's going to be in that ballpark. So it'll be really, really interesting. I think we might see a couple of the comp guys getting onto these with Jamie's inserts in. But we'll have to wait and see. Yes, darling.
When is this thing with Jamie?
It's Saturday.
This Saturday?
7th.
Mum's not coming till next Saturday.
So I can go.
No.
Yes. Whoop, whoop.
In fact, we'll all come. Me and Nia. It's Saturday.
And you'll go and see Mum?
No, Mum, well, I can go see Mum when she gets back from work. You can drop me back if you want to Mum's.
So we could potentially, could we book the hotel and do the stay out and have sex in the car park and all that?
Good. Well, not in the car park, in the bed maybe.
Oh, we're not going dogging?
No.
All right, no dogging, but we're going to go and stay in a hotel without my boy for the night. He'll stay with Nanny from Nannyland, and me and Mummy can have the hotel for a night. Not that I want to get rid of me boy the first chance I get, because I love him. Like, honestly, well, I'll get all choked up. I'll proper love my boy. But me and the RC Mummy don't get a lot of time to ourselves. In fact, you can count. We get no sexy time, and you can count on your hands the numbers of times that we have spent time together. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. You'd like to say you could count on one hand the amount of times we've done that. And he loves his nanny, so he goes to spend the night with Nanny. We go to the hotel, and then the next day I can go rock crawling all day. I can take a few rigs. You can go to Mum. Oh, this is brilliant. What a fantastic way to end the stream. If you was here for the rock claws or for me saying inappropriate words on the internet, either way, thank you very much. We're doing things a little bit different for now, guys. I'm going to be more me, and we're not taking any stuff off the manufacturers now unless they are aware and okay with me just being brutally honest. I'm just going to say what I want. I don't still know, to be honest, like, scratch that. I just don't want to take stuff from manufacturers anymore, because even if they say, you can say what you want, there is some sort of reciprocity agreement that goes on. And I don't feel like I'm going to be able to be as honest. Otherwise, I'm going to feel like I'm doing them a disservice. And then after I've done the video, I'm going to feel like I've done you guys a disservice. So from now on, I am going to buy and build rigs out of the parts I get, and then once that rig's built and all the parts have been reviewed, then I'm just going to sell the rig, recoup the money, and then put it in. And that's how we're going to fund things going on. And that way, I feel like you get. Do you like my Rick and Morty t-shirt? I feel like you get the best of both worlds. You get completely honest content. You get a genuine me. I'm not here trying to like step between the lines of what all the entities want, and I'm just going to be able to be as straight as anything with you. Was there any last questions? Is he streaming it? No, probably not going to be streaming it. I have to go do some. Are you doing a crawling bit with the tyres? No work. Hi, Chuck. Hi. Right. That's it. Right. I think I've caught up on all the chatty stuff. Nothing left for me to do but to say, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a fantastic time doing it. And please, guys, remember, no matter the question, love is always the answer. I'm going to go and tickle the missus in the shower now. So I bid you adieu. Bye for now.